Hello everyone, my name is Adam and I like trains. And I want to welcome you to Kyoto. Specifically to a business hotel here to the south of Kyoto Station. Now, the weather today is not looking fantastic, which isn't exactly how I want to spend the first day of my vacation. So what better to do with my time than to do what I do best? And that's explore some underutilized train stations. Now we're not going to be staying in Kyoto for that, because, well, if I wanted to visit the least used station in Kyoto, that's probably 4 hours away by train. So instead, we're going to go south of here and visit the least used train station, not just in the city of Osaka, but in the entire prefecture of Osaka. But it's almost 9 a.m., so we gotta get going so we don't miss our train. So everyone, welcome to Osaka, the second largest city in all of Japan, and the pushing off point for where we are going. Actually, I was very lucky to have gotten a rapid train at Kyoto Station and then just made an Osaka Loop Line train. So I'm here a little early. It is still about another 5 minutes or so to the station where I need to transfer once again to get to the station that we are going to. But it's not going to be long once we get on that line because surprisingly, the least used station in all of Osaka City is basically in the heart of downtown. So welcome to Shiomibashi Station, the northern terminus of the Shiomibashi line. Now this is not the least used station in Osaka City, but the one 2 stops south of here is. So we'll catch back up when we get to that station, but for right now, I'm going to eat the breakfast that I bought all the way back in Kyoto. Welcome to Kizugawa, the least used station in all of Osaka City. This is a station that is often considered a Hikkyo Eki in an honestly very urban environment. Now, for those of you who don't know, a Hikkyo Eki is a station that is often considered abandoned, underused, and in the middle of nowhere. But we're in the middle of Osaka, so how can the station be considered a Hikkyo Eki? Well, for one, it's hard to find. It's sandwiched in between all these different factories. I think to the north of here is a building supplies company, and to the south is a food fulfillment company, or something like that. So the station's hard to get to. You have to walk down this little alleyway to even find the inconspicuous entrance to the station. 2, the station is underserved. There's only 2 trains each way every single hour, so there's not much of a chance to visit the station. And finally, well, it's the least used station in all of Osaka City. There's only 88 boarding passengers every day and 76 people alighting. for about 32,000 a year getting on and 27,000 getting off. So Hikyo Eki because it's underused, it's hard to find, and it's underserved. Furthermore, there are no amenities. There's no vending machine. The station is unmanned, so if you need help, you have to press a button to get someone on the intercom. And there's not even a bathroom here. It closed back in July of 2023. So I guess on my last trip to Japan, I should have come to the station and used the bathroom here. So now I can't even say that I have. Now, what surprised me the most is there was always someone getting on and off the trains, not just me at this station. Sometimes when I've gone to some of these least used stations, even in Tokyo, sometimes there's not anyone else getting on or off with me. But here there was a group of maybe 10 or so college-age girls that were getting on the train here, so I don't know if they were just visiting Osaka and just were staying in this area. And even when I was getting off the train, there were people getting on going down towards the airport. So I don't know, I guess, this station maybe does get a little more usage, but apparently it's still the least used in all of Osaka City. But with that, our time at Kizugawa is at an end. So let's move on to the least used station in all of Osaka Prefecture. Ooh, that's a stiff breeze. Welcome everyone to Misaki Koen Station, which is not the least used station in all of Osaka Prefecture. However, it is where we are transferring to get to the least used station in Osaka Prefecture. We're about 50 kilometers south of central Osaka at this point, but only about 45 minutes away by train, which is, pretty convenient to be this far out, but still be that close time-wise to the center of Osaka. Anyway, I've got to make my connection to the local train to get to our final stop. I tell you, now more than ever, I'm very happy that I have a wind guard because we are very close to the ocean here at Misaki Koen, Misaki Park, Misaki Town's, I guess, kind of main station. So having this wind guard, very helpful on a day like today, especially with all the air coming off the water, with the weather being what it is. As the train leaves behind me, I want to welcome everyone to the least used station in the entirety of Osaka Prefecture, Kyoshi Station on the Nankai Main Line. So let's talk about Kyoshi Station, shall we? Now this station is not only the least used station in all of Osaka, but it is also the most southern station in all of Osaka, less than a couple kilometers from the border with Wakayama Prefecture, a prefecture that I think often gets overlooked because, well, it's not Osaka and it's kind of hard to get to, especially for international tourists. Now this station gets about 40 passengers a day that board here and then about 43 a day that get off. So me touching in and out made up for about 2% of the station's entire passenger numbers in about 2 minutes. Now, when Kyoshi Station opened back in 1910, it was originally only a temporary station, but it since became a permanent station 5 years later in 1915. Since then, the station has operated, although it is now unmanned. Saying that, there is a station staff member over on the other side of the platform cleaning. So it's not like the station is abandoned, but no one works here. So like Kizugawa Station, which we were at earlier, you need to press an intercom if you need anything. Furthermore, the station only gets 4 trains an hour, coming roughly every 15 minutes in each direction. As a result, you find the low passenger numbers. But why exactly is this station so underused? It's not exactly like it's abandoned, because on the other side of the station is prefectural route 752, and behind me there's a big expressway. So where do the low passenger numbers come from? Well, I think we can actually look at this map behind me to explain why. Right now, we are in the middle of 2 different express stops. Misaki Koen, which is the station we were at earlier, and then the next stop down the line, Wakayama Daigaku Mae. As a result, people don't really need to stop here, they can just get off at one of the limited express stops. I honestly think it's kind of cool having this station be so underutilized, even though the area is, well, pretty busy when you have a prefectural route and an expressway nearby, but the train station itself doesn't get a whole lot of traffic. Maybe people in this area are a lot more car dependent because they are so far out of Osaka. Maybe it's just because you don't need to stop here, you can just go to one of the bigger stations in the area. Who knows? Now, if you made me choose between here at Kyoshi and back at Kizugawa, I definitely choose here at Kyoshi because, I mean, look at the beauty behind me. You have the mountains, the cute villages. That's exactly what you're looking for in a least used station. Not some place in the middle surrounded by factories and surrounded by kind of urbanness. This is what I think when I think least used station. Although maybe the expressway doesn't really help it, nor does the express train that's about to pass by at about 100 kilometers an hour. With that all being said though, the next train back to Osaka is almost here, so I think that's where we're going to end it for today. If you enjoyed this video and want to see me go visit some more least used stations in and around Japan, let me know down in the comments. Leave a like on this video or subscribe to my channel, or become a member if you're so inclined. Members get a bunch of benefits you can read more about on my members page. That being said, my name is Adam, and from the southern tip of Osaka Prefecture, have a great day, stay dry, stay hydrated, and take care. Goodbye for now.